The Eagles' 2022 season is underway. Pick six. The Eagles escaped. They won, but they escaped.
All I do is win, win, win. That's the only way I like it. All I do is win, win, win. That's the only thing I like. Win, win. All I do is win, win, win. All I do is win. You can't take me down, 'cause I'm gonna win.
We know when we control the things we can, we damn good.
All I do is win, win, win.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Sports Talk with B-Mac, yours truly. And today, man, I just want to talk about our upcoming game, the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. This week, week 7. Actually, I think it's week 8 because, they had the bye week. But this upcoming game against the Steelers, I feel like the team should come back locked and loaded, man, because, they've gotten the rest that they need. Coach Sirianni gave those guys a good amount of days off to get some rest. And they got to come back focused, ready to go. Can't take any team lightly. They need to just come out from the jump, put their foot on these guys' neck from the start to the finish. Don't give them any hope of, staying in the game, coming back in the game, nothing. You know what I mean? Just go out there, handle business, get the job done, 7-0 out of there. Eagles are at home. They're in the link. Philly game, 1 o'clock Sunday. So they just got to come out ready to play, man. I feel like Jalen Hurts versus Kenny Pickett. Hurts has been playing really good thus far this season, and he just needs to continue doing what he's doing. I want to see the wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Quez Watkins. I want all those guys, Devontae Smith, to get involved more in the game, in the passing game. I feel like the last 2 games, we really haven't seen much, from the passing game standpoint with these guys. And I would like to see, Jalen take some deep shots down the field. Just open up the passing game a little bit more. Get these guys involved. Throw up some 50-50 balls to A.J. Brown. Even let Quez, go out there and utilize his speed on some deep routes, double moves. I feel like this is a game where we can just, take advantage of the passing game a little bit more. Not saying that I want them to get away from the run, because that's the bread and butter. We got Miles Sanders in the backfield. Boston Scott, comes in sporadically. And even Kenny Gainwell. I feel like the trio of running backs, those guys can run the rock, and I expect that to continue. Even the RPO game with Jalen Hurts, I keep the running game going. Definitely keep the running game going. But I want to see a little more passing, man. I want to see Jalen, throw the rock a little bit. Go out there and execute the offense. Show the whole league that this is no fluke. We're going to keep coming out here week after week, stepping on these teams' neck. We're going to keep coming out undefeated, victorious every week. These guys, I just feel a different energy from this team. I get the same vibe from this team that I got from the 2017 Philadelphia Eagles. 2017, we all know that was a great year. The Eagles went to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. Carson got hurt, yada, yada, yada. We all know the story by now. But I get a really good vibe from this team. I feel like these guys have a good swagger about them, from the offense to the defense, from the quarterback to the DBs. I mean, these guys, they have it. You know what I mean? If you don't know what it is, just ask somebody, man, because these guys have it. And also, I feel like the D line. This is a game where the D line has to step up a little bit more and get some more sacks, man. I don't think they've really gotten a sack. Maybe one in the Dallas game, but they haven't really ramped up the D line sacks since the Washington game where they had 9 sacks. This D line is highly paid, from Fletcher Cox to Javon Hargrave. We got the rookie up there, Big Boy Davis, Brandon Graham, Josh Sweat. These guys, Reddick, these guys got to get to the quarterback, man. They got to get some sacks. This is again these next couple of games. The next one I think is against Houston on Thursday night. I expect the D line to ramp it up, man. The further we go along, that D line has to get better and better each week. Last game, I felt like the D line didn't really do much, man. I wanted them to really put more heat on Dallas, but it didn't really. They did a decent job, but I feel like the Dallas game was more about the secondary than it was about the defensive line. But this game, I want them to just ramp it up, get some sacks. I expect the secondary to continue their great play back on the back end, no fly zone, pick off, swarm to the ball. I those guys have been playing really well, and I really hope everybody stays healthy and we just get out with a win, man. These guys should be really focused and hungry to continue their great run thus far. 6-0. The only thing better than 6-0 is 7-0, baby. 7-0. That's what we want to get this week. So continue that dominance this week. Go out there and play sound defense. Come up with a couple turnovers. But one thing though, Pittsburgh has been running the ball pretty good the last game or two. So I feel like these guys have to play really good run defense up front. You know what I mean? I know they go to that 5-man look, 5D lineman, whatever you got to do to stop that run. You got to stop that run, shut it down, man. Shut it down, make them one-dimensional, and then let that secondary take care of the rest. But this should be another dominant game from the Eagles. I don't expect any kind of letdown or anything like that. These guys are way more talented than Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is coming into this game 2-5. Eagles are 6-0. I know any given Sunday anybody can be beat, but I just don't see it, man. I don't see it, and I don't expect it. And they shouldn't expect it either, because they're the ones out there playing. They're the ones out there that can control, what happens in this game. I just get on here and give my 2 cents about it all. But I'll be watching. I know you guys will be watching. Let me know in the comments, man, what you think the final score might be. And give me your thoughts about Kenny Pickett, Jalen Hurts, the D-line, the secondary, And until next time, man, peace.